welcome to a brand new episode of The Switch Report. I hope you're doing amazing today, but I'm coming at you with a video today discussing the 3DS and why I think it is dead and or dying. But I just wanted to let you guys know I'm wearing this little over-the-ear headset right now. That way you guys get a very clear audio because I'm going to be showing a lot of clips inside of this video, so I didn't want you to have a lot of echoes. But let's hop right into it. So about a week ago, there was a guy on Reset Era called Sajechian, and he posted a graphic, which I'll put up on the screen now, and it actually compared the third year of the 3DS to the third year of the Nintendo Switch and those titles that were coming out with it. So as a lot of you guys know or may not know, the 3DS, when it first launched, did not sell a lot. It was actually considered to be disappointing at the time. But in their third year, they had actually released all these amazing titles, and before that, they had actually had to do a price drop, and then they had released the Ambassador program where they had to give the people that paid the initial high price of the 3DS some free games. But the third year was when the 3DS really took off, and I think that is really showing some really cool mixture going on, and this kind of sends a message that from Nintendo to us if you actually pay close attention to it. So looking how each one of these titles, where you have New Super Mario Bros. 2, and then you have New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and then you have Fire Emblem Awakening and Fire Emblem Three Houses. Granted, a lot of these titles that are coming to the Switch this year, we don't actually know the release dates, but we know that they will come out this year. And I can see Fire Emblem probably coming out earlier in the year. And then, of course, Mario Bros. U has already come out. Have my gripes with that game, but it was still a classic style Mario game, and Mario tends to have people gravitate towards a system that it's on. But with that being said, then you also have Luigi's Mansion, and that we don't know a release date for that. You can probably say safe bet is probably by October, considering they probably want to be out for Halloween. But then you have Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing New Leaf happened to be the most successful Animal Crossing that was ever made. So the fact that they're bringing it to this hybrid platform that not only you'll be able to play on your TV, but on the go as well, that's going to be an incredible, incredible journey to have. I mean, I can't tell you how many hours I've put into Animal Crossing myself, but having it on the go and on this HD display, and being able to dock it to my TV, it's going to be a game changer for sure, and I think that'll produce a lot of sales for the Nintendo Switch. Then, of course, you have Pokemon. Everyone knows Pokemon is a system seller. That game, when it finally drops, that thing's gonna make Pokemon Let's Go look like garbage, because that game's gonna sell way more, because it's gonna please the fans that had just played Pokemon Let's Go and got into the Pokemon series, and then you have the original fans that were actually let down by Let's Go and probably didn't purchase Let's Go in some cases. So that's an immediate double customer base there. But this list instantly tells you hey, Nintendo themselves know that the 3DS is probably on its way out the door. Not saying that the 3DS is a bad system, because it has had a great run. I mean, obviously, it's one of the most successful handhelds of all time, and I'm a personal fan myself. I mean, this is all just my personal 3DSs or 3DS and DSs that I use on the day-to-day basis. But on top of that, I also have systems that I've never even opened. These things are insane to collect for. They have so many variations, and I really hope they're doing it for the Switch too, because I love collecting variations. But the 3DS had an amazing lineup. It had a great lifespan, and it's had tons of great games. I mean, just these small amount of games that I have behind me are some fantastic RPGs that were released for it in the past few years. And on top of that, there's an enormous library for that system. It's not like it's a bad system, but it's definitely seen its time and it needs to go. I don't want to see another game put out on the 3DS that I would want on the Switch. The last one that really upset me, honestly, was Mario Party Top 100. I mean, honestly, that was probably better than Super Mario Party because that had some of the best mini games of all the Mario Party games, and I was super jealous of that. In fact, I thought it was super messed up that we didn't get that on the Switch. But with that, not only that, like, Nintendo's not releasing a ton of content for the 3DS anymore. I mean, they had that remake of Mario and Luigi that just came out recently, but other than that, it doesn't look like they've announced anything that's coming over the horizon for that system. Which is, that's perfectly fine. I mean, that system has such a massive library, it would take forever for anyone who's just hopping onto the 3DS to actually get through that library and get bored of it. I mean, if you get bored of it, you're probably playing looking for like shooters or something, because there's not a lot of shooters on there, but other than that, there's everything else on the 3DS. I mean, everything. But I think it's definitely time to put that system to rest. I mean, we also have some 3DS indie titles that are actually bringing over to the Switch. I mean, of course, we had Steam World Dig, and then you have Gunman Clive that just came over. It came over with the 2-pack. If you haven't checked that series out, definitely do so. $3.99 for 2 amazing platformers with a really interesting aesthetic. But then, not to mention, you have the other first-party games that are coming out for the Switch this year as well, like Yoshi's Crafted World, Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal, that's not a first-party one. Whoops. But yeah, you have Yoshi's Crafted World, you have Town, you're going to have Bayonetta 3, Shin Megami Tensei 5. Then you've got all the Square Enix Final Fantasy games coming over. That's going to be an amazing adventure to have on the go there. And it's going to be very weird to see these once PlayStation only games coming over to a Switch, and we're going to have them on cartridge. But that's going to be great. Then you have the third-party support with Doom Eternal, Mortal Kombat 11, and more to come, I'm sure. But you've already had all these other games as well, like the indies that are on Switch. This system has made an amazing lineup in 2.5 years. It is incredible that what this system's done. I mean, we've had Unruly Heroes, Celeste, Dead Cells, Hollow Knight, Fury. Then we've also got some presumably amazing games coming out for it shortly. I mean, in 2 days we have Wargroove coming out. I can't see that game disappointing us. I just can't. It looks like it's got an endless amount of content with the Mario Maker style of strategy game. And then you've also got A Hat in Time coming, which I've heard nothing but great things, just accolades about that game. And that's supposed to be coming this year, hopefully early this year. But that is just some of the titles that have been announced and are coming our way, and we haven't even had a January Direct, and at this point it doesn't look like we're gonna have one, but I'm sure we'll get one in February. I know they are saying that they are positive that they'll meet the quota for Switch units sold, and I think they still need to sell like 2.3 or 2.8 million, and their fiscal year ends in March, so we'll definitely hear something from them soon, I'm sure, and I think that we'll give some pretty big announcements, and it could be releases that come very soon too. But with that being said, I really want your guys' opinion about what you think of the 3DS. Do you think it is time for it to go, or do you think that Nintendo's going to continue giving it life for more years, even though they have this hybrid console that's both a portable and a home system? Because I don't know about you guys, but I love the Switch, and I have a number of Switches that I just can't stop collecting for this system. And yeah, just let me know in the comments down below if you like the video. If there's anything that you don't agree with me on, put it down below. I love talking to people and figuring out their opinions. And then if you liked the video, do a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because I upload videos like this every Wednesday and Thursday, except for last Thursday and Wednesday because I actually had a corrupted SD card thanks to my dog. But with that being said, I hope you guys are having an amazing week. I've got more content coming at you tomorrow. I've actually got a review coming up that'll also be tomorrow, so there may be 3 videos this week. But I really hope you guys enjoyed, and you have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you next time. Switch Report out.